Welcome back to CDT. It's your boy Ditto, and we are here with another review. This is of the Toyota Supra Dragster, or the whatever the fuck is it called, Toydo Super Drag. Imaginative name. And this is going to be the most difficult review I've had to do. Because unlike cars which are designed with a specific purpose that I usually review on this channel, track car, oval racer, street car. This is a dragster, which means that it's not good with corners. So I'm going to have to work something out from that point of view. Anyway, we're going to quickly get into the specs. And the most obvious thing is don't go with white. I just realised the headlights are actually they're just painted on. Unlike in a car like this McLaren F1, where you can see quite clearly they're 3D modelled, these are just flat stickers. Ugh, what a waste of time. Anyway, what most people will do, and I can't blame you for this, go for a shade of orange. This is the most accurate to the Fast and Furious films, but this is a nice colour, and this is the nicest because it's sunburnt. I don't care which orange you go for, but I know that if you've gone for orange, I can't blame you for it for once. Don't spec a standard Supra like that though, please. Actually, no, do. Anyway. It wheelied. Right, before we get into drifting it, I'm going to add a new feature to this series. Honestly, it's early days for my channel. We're going to keep doing this. I'm going to turn the sound on. And I'm going to rev the engine. Should I have gone that loud? I don't know. Anyway. That is a nice noise. That's a really nice noise. I like that a lot. Anyway, we'll get into driving it now. One more thing you should know. This is the first drag car where you can actually tune the engine up. You can't make the turbo any better. It comes as standard race turboed. But you can make the engine better. Right, let's get into trying to drift it. Maybe I'm not drifting it properly, or what? Kind of. If you get used to it, you can do it. It kind of works, I guess. We're going to do some basic cornering in this first. It is not a car that we're going to try and corner. Let's be realistic here. It's not designed for it. It doesn't want to do it. Let's not force it. So for the first time ever on this channel, we're going to use the Halloween race. Bet you weren't expecting that. 2 laps. And I've come to the conclusion, for the races, we are going to do the highway race, the Halloween race, the drag race, obviously, all 3 variants of the drag race, actually, and the oval race. And that should bring us to the usual length for one of my reviews, which is about 15 minutes. Some are more, some are less. Like yesterday's oval truck, I think that was like 25 minutes. I'm surprised people actually watched to the end. I doubt anyone did, let's be realistic. They just skipped to the oval truck part. Anyway, bro, I missed the turning. It didn't turn. Right, let's go down. Ooh. It's quite good. Wasn't expecting it to be this good. This is better than my bollard. I'm surprised. It's really pelting it through here. Got to half pipe your way through the speed bump section. Lost a lot of speed through there, but come on, got to gain it back. Brakes, brakes, brakes. I still hit the wall. Oh well. This is brilliant. This is really good through here. I was not expecting it to be this good. It's actually better than the Top Fuel because it can turn slightly more. And it isn't as long. It's quite thin with a short wheelbase. And it can wheelie. That has no effect on the car, but wheeling is extremely cool. Brakes. 35.8. That's one of the fastest times I've put in on this race. I wasn't expecting it to do that well. I'm going to be honest. It has surprised me. Still can't drift though. Oh well. As I mentioned earlier, built for purpose. Purpose obviously isn't drifting. Or turning. It's a shame this car's been designed so lacklusterly, like these wheels. They're basically flat. Barely any dimensionality at all. And look, the entire front end is just stickers. And not muzzles. Do you like the little is this supposed to be a nitrous canister? I think that's supposed to be where the nitro comes out. No, that's not right. I'll work out what it is. If you know what it is, comment down below. Also, there's a parachute here. That's quite cool. I can't steer. Ah, that was why I couldn't steer earlier. Because it was wheeling off the line. Full revs will do that. God, look how terrible the turning is. Ready? Oh, look. It's just completely gone off course. This is funny. This isn't at fudge. Turn round. Don't lose traction. Just wanted to quickly spin you round. This is actually proving to be quite a difficult car to drive around corners. Who'd have thought it? But once you get into the swing of things, it can work. Maybe with some slick tyres it'd help. I'm really disappointed in this car's design. Like Foxy, you just put stickers on the front end and went, right, calling it a day. This just feels like a stopgap. When they could have easily gone and put a new wheel in. That they'd actually taken it for fuck's sake. Time to design. No. Instead, we get Toyota Supra with a new wing, a set of wheels that aren't new. They're reused from the 250 trophy reward from season 7. What car is that? Chevy Pro mod? Or is it just Chevy Pro? The Dragster that comes in orange. Standard. Really ugly one. For God's sake. Ooh. Can't wait for tomorrow when I get to review the Formula 2004 for you guys. I've been driving it already. It is brilliant. I'll say no more for now. But for now, we need to carry on driving this weird, understeery little fat-tired fucker. Yeah, look at that steering. Whoa. Amazing. The reason I'm doing all 3 of the drag races is because they serve very different purposes. 1/8 of a mile serves as a test of acceleration. 1/4 mile stands as a good test for the low end gearing. And the 1/2 mile stands as a really good test for accelerating up to top speed. Well, as far to top speed as you can get. Oh, we can drift on this. Kind of. I'm just going to give up on getting it to drift at this point. We'll go for the 1/8 of a mile first. Nearly the end of the week. Only got 2 days. 2 days. Damn. 2, 1. Light drop. Look at the wheelie. Probably the least impressive wheelie I've seen. Yeah, that's not really very good, is it? 5.2. And it's only doing 100 and 130. 130 and 5.2 is good, but I'm pretty sure my Chevy, this one, could probably do 150 by the time it gets to the end of the 1/8 of a mile. Alright, what about this? This car just feels like a stopgap. I'm not happy. Foxy this season is beginning to look quite subpar. Oh dear, that was a super joke. Subpar, Supra. I give up. Sack me. That is how you stop a Supra. And now for the 1/2 mile. And then all we've got left to do is the oval, because I quite frankly do not want to be driving this car anymore. I don't like it. I guess that comes from not being a Supra fanboy, you know? Who'd thought it? .983. This is a drag car. It's slower than my RTR. Not impressed. I think it's slower than my RTR. I know it's slower than my tuned RTR by like 1.3 seconds. But so is everything else. Brakes. Brakes are actually alright for a drag car. By which I mean, they feel slightly less made of cheese than the rest of the others. Only NASCAR left to do. 6 laps of misery. I like the fact that Foxy's added a 10 lap option to NASCAR. It's fun. It's also quite chaotic. War. They haven't even bothered with the design. Like this is just the Chevy on. Where is it? Where's this motherfucker? Chevy on Pro Stock. Look, exactly the same wheels. Pretty sure it's got the same wheelie bar. near enough to the same parachute. It's just got a new body and a different interior. And they haven't even bothered much with the body. Because it's just, instead of having proper 3D modelled lights and bits at the front, they're stickers. The light bar is the best designed part of this car. That is shit. I don't want to see it again, Foxy. I'm extremely disappointed in you. Yes, I do sound like a parent. That was the joke. Thank you. I don't even like taking drag cars on the oval. Because they just always hit the sides. I much prefer to do it in like the Formula 2004. That got a 16.3. If the Formula 2004... Actually, no, I'm not going to... Shit, I shouldn't have told you that. Anyway, forget you heard that. Where was I? Oh yes, complaining about the Supra. Yeah, cry about it, a Supra fan, kids. I don't give a shit what you think. And I don't care. Because this car is terrible. I genuinely prefer the standard Supra, not even tuned, not even with a body kit on it, not even with the wing. Because at least the standard Supra is nice to drive. Even if it does rub up the wrong kind of person. Must try harder, Foxy. This car is the reason why people keep calling this Season 7 Part 2. And I don't think that's very fair. It's not my fault, it's not the season's fault that this has a shit car. 18.1. Still slower than my BMW motorcycle. Even if that is quite impressive. Okay, I'll give it to it. It's good. It's decent at NASCAR, but really, if you're at 2,500 trophies and you want a NASCAR, use the oval truck. Not that hard. And that's brought us to the end of the review. I haven't enjoyed it for the first time ever. I really hate this car. It's not like with the Revuelto where it just has one problem, but then another redeeming feature. It has no redeeming features. Because I'm not interested in drag races. And that's what this car's for. At least the top fuel's bonkers and can do glitches in the drift race. The funny car is extremely cool and underrated. The pro mod is just a meme. This is for Supra fanboys, which are bad. And it's not even a good Supra. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy Season 8. Right now, we've barely found one good car. Goodbye. Enjoy your day. Try and enjoy it more than I've not enjoyed this shit box.